Hi, Lions. It's me, Mrs. Clifford. I'm back again with another lesson. We're going to learn some new sounds and some new sight words to help us become automatic readers and automatic spellers. So we'll get started by stretching or tapping out some of our sounds. Remember, we do this because when you're trying to spell a word you don't know, you stretch it out. That way you can represent each sound with a letter or letters. So say flag. Flag. Sound it. Flag. Good. Say sniff. Sniff. Sound it. Sniff. Very good. Say frog. Sound it. Frog. Very good. Say pens. 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 Very good. Say taps. Taps. Sound it. T-aps. Very good. Say ticks. Ticks. Now sound it. T-icks. Very good. All right, let's learn a few new spellings of some sounds. The first one would be fl. Fl. Both of those sounds you can stretch out. They're continuous sounds. You're not going to see this at the end of a word. You'll see it at the beginning or at the middle of a word. Kind of like at the beginning of flag, flat, floor, flip, flower. Lots of words like that. So this is fl. Together, fl. Your turn. Very good. We'll continue working with this. The next sound is fr. And those are both continuous sounds as well. You're not going to see this at the end of a word. That's why we've got a line here representing there would be some letters to follow this. Kind of like in the words frog, from, front. So this says fr. Together, fr. Your turn. Very good. Okay. Now this looks so simple, but there's two sounds, kind of like our digraph th says v or th. This can make two different sounds as well. The first sound would be like at the end of taps. So it says s, like the hissing snake. It also can be at the end of like the word runs. What do you hear at the end of runs? You hear a z, almost like a Z sound. So S at the end of a word, notice this is showing us it's when it's the end of the word. The first sound is S. The second sound is Z, like at the end of runs. Okay? So my turn, first sound, S. Together, S. Your turn. Good. And the second sound, the unexpected sound, is Z. Together, Z. Your turn. Very good. We'll keep practicing. All right, let's review our other sounds that we know. Sn. Together, sn. Very good. Your turn. Excellent. All right, my turn. St. Together, st. Your turn. Well done. At the end of a word, that's why this line's here. My turn. Ng. Together. Ng. Good. Ng. Like at the end of sing, rang, bang. My turn. Ing. Like the singing king. Where is our singing king? There he is. All right. My turn. Ing. Your turn. Good. My turn. K. Let me silence my phone. My turn. K. Together. K. Your turn. Very good. Remember, this is like kick the can. And the CK spelling is only at the end of a word. My turn. J. Together. J. Your turn. Good. This is like the jumping rope. You'll see this spelling at the end of a word. Okay, this is like our wheezing whale. My turn. Ooh. Together. Ooh. Your turn. Good. Like the wheezing whale. My turn. Ch. Together. Ch. Your turn. Very good. That's like our choo-choo train. Don't forget, the TCH will only be at the end of a word. My turn. Ch. Together. Ch. Your turn. Good. And that again is like our choo-choo train. This can be at the beginning or the end of a word. This is like our quiet quail. Remember, a quail is a type of bird. And it says kwa. Together, kwa. Your turn. Very good. Remember, you'll never see Q without the U. It's like they're married. They're always together. Okay. My turn. Shh. Together. Shh. Your turn. Very good. This is like hush, little baby. And because this makes one sound, it is a digraph. Okay. And this one is like that thing. There are two different sounds. The first sound is th. Together, th. Your turn. Good. The second sound, th. Together, th. Your turn. Excellent. Okay. Remember, this is the vowels we've learned so far are closed syllables, which means they're short vowel sounds. They're closed because there's a consonant or several consonants following the vowel. That's what makes them a short vowel. My turn. Ah. Together. Ah. Your turn. Good. Like the octopus. Very good. My turn. Ah. Together. Ah. Your turn. Good. Like the cat is at the chair, or you can think of the picking the apple from the tree. My turn. Together. Your turn. Good. Like the cat is in the chair, or you can think of itch. My turn. Together. Your turn. Very good. Like the cat is under the chair, or you can think of up. My turn. Together. Your turn. Good. Like the cat is on the edge of the chair. And I know some of you know the hand motion for edge like this to remind you of the sound. Now let's practice stretching out those sounds in new words. Okay, so let's look here at this list. Okay, remember S at the end of a word either says S or Z. So if you're not sure, try one, and then if it doesn't sound right, try the other sound. Okay, here we go. Puffs, puffs. Good. Asked, fast. Frog, frog. Lunch, lunch. Flag, flag. Eggs, bags. Fret, fret. Fret means to worry. If someone says, don't fret, that means don't worry. Snack, snack. Checks, checks. Very good. And you'll notice all of these words are alike because every single one of these words, the vowel, you don't ever see a vowel at the end of these words. That's why what makes them closed syllables. When we know it's a closed syllable, it's a short vowel sound, okay? So because all of these vowels have at least one or more consonant after the vowel, it makes them short vowel sounds. So that's something important to know when you come to a new word. Let's practice some sight words. I have 3 new sight words for you. The first one is want. Want. I want to go for a walk. Let's spell it. W-A-N-T. Want. Very good. The next one is could. She could go for a walk. C-O-U-L-D. Could. The next word looks just like could, but it has a different beginning. So this one is, instead of could, it is would. Would. W-O-U-L-D, would. Would you like to go for a walk as well? All right, the rest of our sight words, let's just read them. Over, saw, there, where, other, many, were, two, this one's the number two, her, told, cold, one, and this is the number one, does, your, put, of, why, have, our. This is the our like belonging to us, our lessons, not the hour like when you're telling time. From, way, play, all, say, see, down, some, little, goes, under, she, by, are, like you are, state of being, was, here, come, what, they, says, call, said, very, every. Okay, now it's time for spelling. So if you do not have paper and pencil, you can push pause while you get your materials. And the rest of us will go ahead and get started. So unless it's a sight word, we're going to stretch out the sounds so that we hear all of the sounds in the words. Okay, so the first word we are going to spell is pets. Pets. I hear a base word. I hear the word pet, and then I hear the s suffix, meaning more than one. Sometimes when you see s at the end of the word, it is a suffix, which is changing the meaning of the word. So let's first spell the base word pet. Pet. At. Pet. I have a pet dog. Actually, I have two. Now let's change it to pets. I have two pets. They're both dogs, so we just needed to add the S ending. Pets. Okay? That's a trick when you're spelling is to peel off the suffix and just spell the base word first. Okay, let's spell flash. Say flash. Now sound it. Flash. Okay, let's stretch it out while we spell. Flash. I hear the sh ending like hush little baby. Is this what you had? Flash. Flash. Good job. Pops. Pops. Okay, let's stretch it. Pops. Pops. So I hear pop with s at the end. Pops. 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 Good. Is that what you ended up with? Very good. Okay, the next word is fresh. Say fresh. Fresh. Let's sound it. Fresh. Good. Now stretch it out while you spell it. I hear the sh sound like hush, little baby, which is a digraph. Okay. Fresh. Is that what you ended up with? Good job. Okay, now we're going to spell two sight words. The first sight word we're going to spell is very. You are doing a very good job. V-E-R-Y. As we spell it, say the words. That way you see it and you hear it. That will help store that information in your brain and transfer it to your long-term memory. Okay, let's spell it. Say the letters as you spell. V-E-R-Y. Very. You are working very hard. Good. Now we're going to spell every. A trick that I've always remembered when learning how to spell this word was every is very, but with an E at the beginning. So if you can spell very, you can spell every. Okay? Every. So E-V-E-R-Y, every. Go ahead and spell it. Say the letters as you're writing them. E-V-E-R-Y, every. There you go. All right, last thing we need to do is read our story. Remember, the stories we read are set up because they have all of the sight words we've learned so far as well as the sounds. And so this is chapter 2 of Ron and his dog we met yesterday. Here we go. The Helping Dog. Chapter 2. To Ron's job. Did you hear the Z sound for the S? And in this case, it's showing possession. It's showing the job belongs to Ron. That's why we have the apostrophe. Okay. All right, here we go. Lab helps Ron go to his job. They have to cross to the bus stop. If a truck comes, Lab stops fast. He will not let Ron go on. When the truck goes by, then Lab lets Ron go. They get to the bus stop. When the bus comes, they step up into the bus. Ron sits down at the front. Lab sits next to him. A man on the bus tells Ron when to get off. When they come to Ron's stop, Lab helps Ron step down off the bus. Then they go on to Ron's job. Ron sits down at his desk. He gets the little rug from his pack. He puts it down flat. Lab has a nap on the rug by Ron's desk. Lab helps Ron go to lunch and then back to his job. At last, Ron can go. Ron checks Lab's straps. Then they go back on the bus. So that's the end of this chapter. One thing that would be helpful when we start reading our stories now, because they give you a lot of practice with our new sounds, is if you want to push pause on the video and try to read that page yourself, and then we can read it together. That'll give you some really good practice. All right, Lions, until tomorrow, I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful day, and I'll see you for the next lesson. Bye. You. Good. The last word, and it's another sight word that we're going to spell, is saw. S-A-W. Saw. I saw some of our families at the grocery store. Saw. Okay, let's spell saw. Remember, say the letters as you spell them. S-A-W. Saw. Okay. And these letters just go to the midline and they do not go below the baseline. All right, the last thing that we're going to do is read a story that has the sounds and the sight words that we've learned. And this is going to be a series. So this is going to be chapter 1, The Helping Dog. Chapter 1, Ron and Lab. Here's Lab. Labs are a type of dog. My parents had a lab named Jack. He was awesome. Okay, here we go. Ron is a man. He cannot see. He has a dog to help him. The dog is a lab. Ron calls him Lab. Oh, so that's why this L is capital, because it's not, it's also his name. When Ron has to go out, he puts straps on Lab. The straps are on Lab's chest and his back and under him. Ron gets Lab's little rug into his pack and zips it up. He picks up his pack. He puts Lab's straps in his left hand. Then he tells Lab to go. As they go, Lab helps Ron. When Lab goes, Ron will go. When Lab stops, Ron will stop. If Lab sees a box in the way, he will help Ron go by the box. Lab gets Ron out of the way so Ron will not trip. When Lab sees a dog, he will not run. He will not sniff. He will not play with the dog. He will stay by Ron. He is a well-trained dog, not like my dog Daisy. All right, guys, so that's it for today. So we learned some new sounds and some new sight words because they're going to help us become automatic readers and spellers. I hope you guys have a fantastic day, and I'll see you back here tomorrow for your next lesson. Bye, Lions.